says starting. That's a good sign. Starting is a good sign. It's working. Hello. Hello, friends. Okay, so hey, I thought that I would just go live. My other live stream was I don't know really how to say it without triggering some kind of algorithm. Hey, hi Christy and Dan. Hey, hello, hey Gigi. Hey, welcome. I just thought I'd go live and start editing so you can see kind of like what I do to edit. Opening up Final Cut Pro, and you're gonna see it over my shoulder. Okay, so if it's too narrow and you can't see it, just hop on my YouTube channel, Apple Green Tech, and then you'll be able to see what I'm doing. I've got my stream here, and I'm just gonna move myself over a little bit here. Let's see here. I am gonna move myself over to the side and over there. Wow. So you can probably see half my face. And I'm gonna go full screen mode with this so that you can see how I edit, what I'm gonna do and stuff. I'm gonna go to my second screen and I'm gonna push this over to the side so you can see what I'm going to do. And I'll make myself a little bit smaller so that I'll still be here with you, but I will be a circle and conveniently located over here. Let's see here. One thing that I'm having a hard time dialing in is my green screen thing. See, it's a green screen and just having a little bit of a hard time dialing it in. I just got some new streaming stuff and I was able to put all of the pieces together. Like, I have a real camera, so I hooked that up. I've been gathering pieces for a while now. It just takes time to put all of your equipment together. For me, it's taken like 4 years. I got the camera, got some microphones, different kind of microphones, because I use them for clients too. I create content and I also do IT. So when I have a good relationship with an IT client and we're vibing, sometimes they'll bring me on to creative projects, which is really cool. That's my absolute favorite kind of client to have. It's my favorite kind of job to have, and I always really appreciate it and love doing fun stuff. So this is from a video that I did earlier, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up here to make sure that this is enabled, and I'm going to go to new project, and this I'm going to make sure that my event is the correct setting. I'm going to go in here and call this one editing on live. And then what I want to do too, this is a widescreen, and I want to consider that I'm going to the platform that I'm going to be sharing this on, and for this I'm going to be uploading it to my YouTube channel. So I'll go to OK. Normally what I'll do is I will go here to vertical. I make a lot of TikToks here, and I put it on the highest resolution. But this time I'm going to go to 1080p, and I'm going to push my frame rate because I'm shooting at 30 frames per second, but video frame rate is 29.97. So that's what I'm going to do. So here I've got my blank canvas, and earlier today I went to Scissortail Park in Oklahoma City and went to the farmer's market. So I just wanted to show that. I'm going to go to Go. A lot of times people don't use this Go menu to launch, but I just think it's pretty cool. Recent folders, let's see if it's got no, it doesn't. All right, so I'm going to have to pull up a new Finder window here, and I have a Synology server, which is bringing up all of my my videos and stuff. So let's say, here it is, Scissortail Park. So here's all of my footage, and I'm going to drag it into the event, which is here. So this is my event window, And I'm going to bring in my footage right here. So another way I can bring in footage is I can go to File, Import, Media, and it will bring up another Finder window. And that's one way to do it, but I keep a lot of files, individual files, so I don't tend to do that. If you have an individual file, you won't be able to really bring it in that easily, which is why I just avoid it. I'm also going to go back to this silhouette too. Just go to, let's see, what's this one? Oh, this is good because I'm still kind of invisible, but I'm still kind of here. I like both. I like both. So my footage from today, as you can see, I was like bundled up. And I don't know, looking kind of fierce. I've got my Snapchat spectacles, which is how I shot the footage. Might as well just put it in here. Use the transform tool to I don't know. I think I should crop this down and maybe put. Oh, you know what I could do? I could use this for my title. Let's see if we have some other better titles here. I've got a bunch of, this is from FCP, my FCP effects. They have a lot of plugins. I like getting plugins from them. They're really affordable and they've got a lot of versatile plugins that you can use for Final Cut. What title generator should I do? I guess I'll go here because this is kind of crazy. And I just put it above. All right, and then here is where the drop box is gonna be for, or maybe it's here. Let's see. Here we go, drop zone, my drop zone. And then I'm gonna apply my clip right here. I look kind of crazy, but that's okay. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab my clips, and they're all called filtered. So I'm gonna grab these clips and I'm just gonna bring them in. So these are 10-second clips, and I can actually just move this here. Oh, where'd you go? And Command Z. So I can bring this down. Another attached at the hip. Okay, here we go. Oh yeah, I forgot. So new plan. I forgot why I shot this footage in the first place, and it was for TikTok. So the thing about the Snapchat spectacles is you can export, because it does a 360 video, you can export in either like a vertical mode or a portrait mode or square or even circle. Oh, sorry. You can export them into a circle too. All right, I've got to get more of it present here. That was bugging me. See how I'm disappearing? That's a threshold setting. Now my green screen comes up. Tough gig, man. Tough gig. All right. So you're going to see a little shadow from the green screen. But, you know, that's the way it goes. So let's start again. I'm going to go to new project. And I'm going to start out with a vertical video. So this is going to be scissor tail, teal, park vert. All right. So I have that in the same event, but I'm just going to move this video setting. This used to be like a whole thing, which was really difficult to do. In the last iteration of Final Cut, they actually made it so that you can have a different setting for that, and you can actually pull in the videos that you want, or the aspect ratios that you so need. Let's see, a great picture of the trash can. So awesome. All right, yeah, that's important. It's, hey, you know, don't give a hoot, don't pollute. So I'm gonna hit the shift key and then click, and I can grab all of these clips. One thing I like to do too is just kind of drag this down a little bit here. And I can adjust my view settings. I like to have these in a line, but I can go over here and just kind of move this. It's not going to change this here, the viewfinder window, but I can increase the size of this, which I appreciate. So one thing I'm going to do is just scrub through my clips, and you can see that there's a lot of motion here. I'm going to try to stabilize this as we go. Another thing that's weird about the Snapchat spectacles is that they pick up your breath. They have a microphone on them and it picks up your breath totally, which is kind of weird. And your footsteps. Picking up a phone call and walking. So it's a really beautiful park. It's really clean. There's a farmer's market on Saturday, which is where I went. And just scrub through and see what's up. Okay. And that was like that was another clip. They kind of went out of order. Also, I'm gonna have all of my clips here. That was like, these look so repeated. This is when I first got to the park. Then we have this bridge thing. We have that, and then we have this. So that was here. Yeah. And that was here, I believe. And that's later. So the weird thing that happened here was that not all of my clips made it. I wonder if you can see, I'm going to see if I can share my phone. Second camera, iOS device. Oh no. Oh no, I lost it. And it, okay, at least I'm still streaming. That's good, but okay. No. Yikes. So it's sharing too many things at once. This Mac. No. Then it just totally crashes. Oh, sorry. Sorry. Guess I pushed the envelope. All right, well, where's my screens and devices? All right. Yikes, dude. I'll just go back over here. Now you can just see everything. You know why? Because it was over there. That's why I got all freaked out. What is happening? It's just like coding, you know, break it. You're not going to actually be breaking anything. You can get back to where you started from. Just try it. Okay. Here we go. I'm even boring me. record to file. All right, well, let's see. So I'm looking at my phone and recognizing that I don't think all my footage made it. Because I did take a lot of footage while I was walking around the actual farmer's market. And that didn't seem to come through. Recently added. And yeah, I mean, I guess it just pulled in a little bit. It didn't pull in the whole farmer's market, which is bizarre. And I don't know where my glasses are. I think they're like downstairs. Okay. This is a little boring. I'm going to take that out. So one thing I can do too, let's see if it'll apply to all the clips, is that there is an effect that I think will be really super rad on this. And let's see if I can apply it to everything. I might not be able to. I might have to go one at a time. But you know, since this is a clip with sky, this might be a good example. So I'm going to go to isolate and shadows, and I'm going to take all, you want it to look like kind of like a negative. Let's see. Okay, so it looks like a negative now. Now I'm going to go to highlights, and I'm going to take all the black out of the sky. So I'm going to go to the highs and take all the black out of the sky. So now when I go to none, I'm going to have this. I mean, that looks like a little too high. I'm going to dial this back and bump up the shadows, reintroduce them, kind of bring some of these highs down. And I think it makes a cool look. See if I can get some of that contrast back. And saturate, no, that's just too blue. But I want to grab some of these cloud details. See, this is like, it's pretty saturated. I mean, the sky was very blue this morning. It just was like a nice Midwestern-y day. And then let's see this clip. And then I just think that looks kind of intense and cool. I blew it out a little bit, and I'm going to walk back to this effect and see this. I'm going to pull it back to like some of the distortion. This is distortion. So that means just it's way too hot. So I'm going to pull that back and see if I can get some of this back where it's supposed to be. And then I'm going to go back to the shadows. Actually, I'll go to highlights. And then I'm going to take all the black out of the sky in the highlights. But I do want to watch for any kind of way that I could be blowing it out or moving the white balance in a way that's not cool. Let's just zero this out to shadows range. So now I'm going to go to shadows again, and I want to make it look like a negative. So that anything that is light is going to be dark, and just pull it. You don't want things to be totally dark, but anything that's light you want to flip it. And now go to none. It's kind of desaturated. And then we can see the look without it. Kind of like an HDR effect. It's supposed to be more texture rich. And another thing we can do is just a lot of different effects here, like, see if we can just pull some contrast and reintroduce some of that color, but it's just a little bit more, I just think that's a lot going on. That's too much effect, so I can even pull the effect back and just use a little bit. Just not so bright. And then the sun is behind the clouds, so there's not a lot you could do here. And then also, I believe that I can save this effects preset, and I'm going to call this Okla Sky. And then I'm going to have that right here. So, and then I can just click it and drag it here. So I think it's a little more realistic. Let's go over here because I think this is the classic Snapchat spectacle type of look, which is just everything is very colorized and saturated, and it didn't really look this way. It was a little bit more dull. Okay, so we'll go over here. This has the HDR plug-in on it, and so does that. This one doesn't. And then we're just going to grab this. And then we can see what it looks like without it. Just adds a little bit more depth in contrast. Too much trash can. I want to go up to this. I mean, thank you for the amenities, but I think I just go too close to that trash, or I could use it to speed ramp. So I'm not 100% sure what I want to do with this, with these clips. I think what I'll do is just pull this HDR effect in and grab it here, drag it over. I could make a compound clip of this, but I just don't feel ready to really do that. And also I find that if I make compound clips, then I can go back in and edit later. A minute and 15. Let's take a look at our stabilization before and afters and just see if we can get some smoothing. Some of this does distort. You can see that stabilizing can add distortion. So the smoothing effect, I don't know really what, okay, hang on a sec. Let's see what this looks like. It's going to add a lot of distortion. Even though it's smoothing it out, it's adding some artifacts that aren't really that cool. What I'd rather do is just go back here, forget about the stabilization, and just kind of speed ramp it. You know, instead of looking that way, I'm going to focus on clips that are moving straight ahead. And maybe just skip this one. I'm gonna hit V on it to disable the clip. And I'm also gonna see, because there's some plugins that I have here. I have a bunch of masking tools, and maybe I'll just do a speed ramping thing. So this is a 10-second clip where I'm getting ready to do a transition. I'm going to hit Shift B, and let's see, 2 seconds in, hit Shift B, and maybe I'll just speed it up 20 times. Let's see what this looks like. Yeah, I mean, it's not the most super exciting, but I think I could actually do something cool with this bridge. And let's see where the bridge starts. So we can walk up to the bridge. And I'm really going for kind of like a 15-second thing. And let's see. Okay. And put another speed ramp in here. And we'll just 1 second before. We'll ramp it again. All right. And then we're going to go to 20 times. Let's just see. Let's check it out. I'm going to cut this. I would feel like a little bit more satisfied to see the end of the bridge. I don't know if I got it. I kind of don't think I did. The other thing is, I don't really think this video is that cool. And I think that's too bright. What does this look like without it? Oh, it's just bright. Okay. So, it's, you know, sometimes you don't get ideas. I don't really have any ideas for this. And also, I'm really surprised that all my clips didn't come through. So, I guess that's it. No resolution. But the part that I did get, I'm just going to see if I can make some cool transitions. And let's look at all the footage together and think about it. I'll put this here. Oh, I'm going to move myself over. That was a cool bird. That's me breathing. So, hey, I'm at a loss. I don't know what to do. Maybe I'll wake up tomorrow morning and be like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to totally do whatever. Right now, I have no idea. Put myself back in here. So yeah, thanks for watching. This utility is called I love this thing. It's like a Zoom add-on, but I can also record with it, and I just think it's super groovy. I really like it. It's so weird, like sometimes I'm just out of ideas. If I have all the clips, which I took a bunch of clips walking around the farmer's market, but they don't always come through. So I gotta check my Snapchat spectacles and try to re-download from the actual glasses and see what's up. All right, well, it was definitely fun spending Saturday night with you, and thank you for attending.